Hey, everybody.
It's Chris and Josh again doing another podcast.
Hopefully a short one. Won't keep you too long with our insane fucking
Yeah, we're gonna
ramblings.
try to keep this under 10 minutes.
I don't know if we can keep that promise.
No,
Keep that promise.
it's a very loose promise.
Hmm.
It's meant to be broken. So we're talking
Yeah.
about.
I was going to introduce the topic.
Yeah, I was just kind of about to do
You
that.
know,
We're going to talk about Dan Quinn today.
Dan Quinn, internet phenomena, sort of a low-key internet phenomena. Not too much press has been written, or I don't know what I'm trying to say. He hasn't been featured on any major, like the Toshes of the world and the ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he
The
hasn't
name
featured
itself
on
is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Crumbelievable.
So, yeah, he's kind of still obscure, but
He's still obscure, but he is great.
Yeah,
Dan Quinn is one of my favorite internet personalities. I think he's up there with the Chris Chans of the world. Well, I mean, he's not on that same level. Not as much is known about him. He's certainly not nearly as documented because Chris Chan is the most documented human being in history. But Dan Quinn, just by his own accord, has uploaded a lot of content. And he himself is just a very he's an enigmatic individual.
Badass.
Badass would be a good way to describe him.
I think he would approve of that.
Yeah. If Dan Quinn hears this, I don't want him to kick my ass because he's at his best, and even at my best, let's be honest. Right now, I'm just in shit shape.
Yeah.
Because see, Dan Quinn, he can eat like a pig, smoke weed, and not even really work out and have a body like that. And me, I'm like, I'm watching myself a little bit, and I just look like shit. Do you want to get into who Dan Quinn is? We've talked about him.
Okay, well,
we've been waiting.
I don't really know as much about as you do, probably, but
he was gimmick.
He was a college wrestler, I think.
I believe he was into not MMA because he was in college before MMA was popular. I believe he just did boxing, and also I think he went to Notre Dame on a full football scholarship, if I remember correctly. And it was at that point in Notre Dame he was kicked out, if I remember correctly. I don't want to get his history wrong.
Because some, as he puts it, bullshit rape allegation charges.
Yeah, he was kicked out of Notre Dame on some false rape accusation. The girl, I think in his words, the girl wanted it or something, or like the entire it was some sort of a gang rape activity going on, but it wasn't rape. It was group sex.
Consensual group
sex.
Bang.
Yeah, and she wanted it, but then she was like the dean's daughter. Okay, I don't know if you know this.
No.
Yeah, she was the dean's daughter, and she complained to daddy.
Anything,
yeah, she complained to daddy that I was raped, but she wanted it. She wanted it in every hole.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. If you see Dan Quinn, you're gonna want the violin.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby, that sounds so good. Yeah, we'll get into that.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just talk about why he's important for internet.
Okay, well, after he got kicked out of Notre Dame, and I don't know what year this is. I'm assuming 80s at some point. Late 80s maybe.
Early 90s.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
This dude was early 90s.
Yeah, college rock's popular. It was a different time.
Okay, we're spending too much on this, so hurry it up.
Okay, well, basically, he resurfaced on the internet at some point in the past few years. I'm not entirely sure when, probably like 2006, 2007 maybe. And he claims...
It's like prime internet years. Just saying that.
And he claims to have invented basically a liquid. It's a process called cold fission.
Fusion or...
I don't think it's cold fusion. I think it's cold fission.
Fission?
Yeah, F-I-S-S-I-O-N.
I guess he's combining.
Yeah.
I say fission is...
Fusion is combining, and fission is splitting apart because he's separating the pure H2O from the split H2O. So it's a fission.
But he adds stevia to water.
Well, that's an addition, but
that's fusion. But then
he scrapes
fishes that out.
Yeah, it's a combination of fusion and fission called fusion.
It just sounds like
I think it's cold.
You're fucking up saying musician.
I think it's cold fission.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, you take water,
not to be confused with ice fishing.
Ordinary water, and that's already bad for you. You add stevia. I don't know what
the process
stevia is like something.
Stevia is a natural sweetener found from some plant in the Amazon or South America or something. I don't know where exactly, but stevia is like you can buy it. It's just a sweetener. It's not like Splenda or
It's with sweet and low and all that. It's just an alternative.
yeah, but I think it's different from those because those are sort of sucralose or some other artificial sweetener.
Yeah.
But this is a natural sugar from the stevia plant.
Okay, so let's just let's stop.
It's supposed to be very.
Let's
helpful
stop
for you.
selling stevia and just get to the point.
Well, this podcast could also be taken as a plea to the world that if you employ this process in your own life, it could heal you because it brought Dan Quinn's mom's cat back to fucking life. It healed it.
Actually, putting that out there, I saw one time in my mom's pantry that there was some stevia, and so I did the pure H2. I didn't do a blender like he says.
You need to do the blender because that's
I
the
did
only
do the
way.
blender. It made a little bit of toxic soap, so I scooped that off, and then I drank it. And it's just sort of like sugar water, but I don't know. My body doesn't feel different, but that was years ago, and maybe I got to keep it up.
I think we need to. I think we need to look up whether or not it's cold fusion or cold fission because now I'm thinking it's cold fusion.
I think that's how I remember it.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's cold fusion. I don't know. It's not really important.
Um,
You blend stevia and water.
blend it, not like mix it with a spoon. And
No,
shit.
that's not good enough. You need to blend it. Basically, what you're going to have is there's going to be pure H2O on the bottom, and on the top there's going to be like a viscous, foamy layer of what Dan Quinn refers to as toxic soap. You have to scrape off the toxic soap. I don't know if the soap will kill you. He never really gets into that, but
it's not good for you. It's not good for your chi,
Yeah, it's a real slow-acting poison, maybe. You scrape off the toxic soap, and the pure H2O is apparently supposed to be some sort of a miracle cure.
It cures
everything.
like world hunger, gives chicks triple-digit orgasms.
Well, it doesn't, but in conjunction with the technique Dan Quinn has perfected called the violin, which basically it's 2 fingers on the inside of the vagina, your hand outside on the stomach compressing, and your tongue licking and sucking the clit like a flute will give the chick her birthright, which is triple-digit orgasms in like under an hour.
And he's called up his ex-girlfriend.
And her response was yes.
It
We
works.
questioned if it works. Yes.
It works apparently. I haven't had a chance to do it.
Yeah, I haven't had.
Given the chance though, I will fucking try that.
Yeah,
Without
I'm sure
the
I'll
knowledge.
be met with some sort of a vexed look, like "What the fuck are you doing, baby?" It's the violin.
All right, no, let's.
Okay, well we got to get into it. Dan Quinn claims to be. This is important. He's trying to use the internet and use his skills as a boxer to perpetuate and popularize his product, which is pure H2O. He believes it will put an end to global warming, global hunger, everything. It's going to cure everyone and heal the world's problems. And he believes himself to be an incarnation of the angel Maitreya, the physical embodiment of Maitreya on this earth. So he thinks himself to be a prophet, and he's going to pay it forward and donate something like 98% of the profits he gets from pure H2O back to charity and back to the third world.
Well, then, I think we should invest in.
It sounds like a sound business plan, I think.
Yeah, the more you give, the more you get.
And so the way he's trying to leverage his boxing career into sort of the popularization of stevia and pure H2O is that he's basically on YouTube trying to set up fights with people, and he's like, if I win, you have to give me money and also, I think, endorse the product or somehow spread its usage. I'm not entirely sure.
He's like a contract boxer, basically.
Yeah. I don't think anyone so far has taken him up on any of his offers.
I don't think
know.
no one wants to.
Well, because he's badass,
challenge the shit.
Because he has fucking pure H2O on the side. Nobody can beat it.
Yeah, look up the internet's videos for your class selves. Look up the internet video yourselves class.
Yeah.
And see what you can think. And since we try to keep it under 10 minutes and we failed to do that.
Is it already over 10 minutes?
No, it's like 9:30 right now.
Oh, just shut the shit off quick.
We could end it now, or we can continue with.
I think we have to continue.
Okay.
At this point.
Okay. Well, if you wanted something less than 10 minutes, you can end it right now, and you'll be safe. Not now, like right, not then, but like coming up soon, like 10 seconds. It's almost there. If you want a 10-minute podcast, Stop listening now.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Now for the true super fans or
Yeah,
or
this is
baffled
important.
listener. We made
You know what? You know what we should have done? We should have told them to use that 30 seconds between 9:30 and exactly 10 minutes to go familiarize themselves. Pause the podcast, go familiarize themselves with Dan Quinn, and then come back.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well,
We'll do that right now.
do that now.
Stop it.
Okay. Now that you're all caught up.
Okay, you've researched Dan Quinn. You went onto his YouTube, and you know everything about him. I trust you. You wouldn't lie to me.
Okay. Well, since Dan Quinn is the embodiment of Maitreya, we have come up with a little religion for him to promote himself if he wants to, or he can just stand idly by.
Yeah, he claims to be a prophet. So we went ahead and helped him in sort of laying out a hierarchy or sort of a series of rituals to aid him.
And this is the doctrine for the first Maitreyan church of America.
Yes. The world. This is a global church.
Okay.
Because he's trying to unite the world. It's all about globalization.
Okay, you know how normal religions, have priests and, sort of
I know this.
kings of the church.
Yeah, vicars, popes, archbishops, etc.
Well, no, this is simpler, though. This is, father.
Okay, go on.
Okay.
Father.
The priest in Maitreyan church is just called Manigga. Nigga. No hard R.
No, well, that's not what Dan Quinn says.
Yeah. And the people who follow Dan Quinnism, or however he wants to call it, because you can do that. The followers are called homeboy.
Yeah.
Homeboys and girls, or female homeboy. And I don't know. Do you want to add anything else to that?
I think that has that bit covered. The terminology there is important because you need to know what to call the followers.
And then we sort of together come up with a little communion type of a thing, in which the Maniga, I guess. Well, no, you like my father. When you talk to a Catholic priest or whatever, I guess it would be just nigga. Nigga would be just the priest.
Yeah.
So the nigga basically.
No, I like my nigga though.
Okay, my nigga.
That implies a certain level of dedication.
Okay.
My nigga.
He takes the stevia, which represents Dan Quinn's badass, and puts it in the water. The water represents the world. And then once the toxic soap is removed, the toxic soap representing all those who fuck with him and get in his way. Once the toxic soap is removed, the world and Dan Quinn can become pure H2O. Pure H2O representing a world where cancer is cured, world hunger is over, and women can get their triple-digit orgasms like God intended.
Also, it should be noted that the congregation meets in the Starbucks bathroom.
Yeah. And, well, that's when you get communion,
Yeah.
So you use the sink water.
Meet in the parking lot, but then go to the Starbucks bathroom to accept communion.
Yeah. They can't stop you. It's public,
It's a public bathroom. They got that's right, homeboy.
And then I came up with the idea of the actual violin, the instrument being played, while a female homeboy can work herself into a hands-free orgasm. But you had a different.
Well, I was just thinking about the congregation has a stable of Vestal virgins that they perform certain incantations and chants while they basically during holidays they ritualistically perform the violin, the sex technique on this young willing lady, supple body, while she rises in pleasure and pleather too, fake leather, because Dan Quinn loves the animals. She's writhing in pleasure and pleather.
She's in pleather.
Yeah,
in pleasure.
In pleasure. Yeah. That's right. My body, tantamount to the greatest athlete who ever lived, Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
And then I came up with, I guess it wasn't just me. It was pretty much just both of us, but we came up with something that the priest can say.
You're trying to fucking take credit for my work, you asshole.
You're like, I gave it back.
Pretty much. Yeah, it was mostly me, but maybe this guy helped some.
I wrote it down.
What the fuck?
I wrote it down.
Dude, just describing something does not make it.
All right, homeboy. Let us pray that one day Dan Quinn will come down and make us all his bitches. because he could fuck our asses up.
Yeah.
And make us his girlfriends.
I just want to say, basically what we have here is a woman with a penis.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you for trying to take credit for my work.
That was from a video called Dan Quinn, Homeless.
Yeah, Proverbs.
And yelling at, I don't know. Basically,
Dan Quinn
man
homeless
without
yelling
penis.
at man in parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the confession booth is when you, of course, confess things that would go against what Dan Quinn would want.
Yeah, yeah. Well, for example, Dan Quinn absolutely, the religion of Dan Quinnism, it abhors any sort of false accusations. Never, claim false witness
Or rape.
to anything. Yeah, rape is the most deplorable. Actually, the rape itself may not be very deplorable, but the saying that you witnessed saying that you were raped
When you
lying
actually
about
wanted it.
yeah, that is deplorable.
That is
folks.
bullshit. That's some old bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
That's actually one of the Quinnamus
Okay.
I got here. I don't label them.
That's okay.
Like 1, 2, 3. These are just general things. Thou shalt not worship any other false idols. All right. Push Dan Quinnism on the world, nigga. Make those other religions your bitch. Thou shalt not talk shit about Dan Quinn. All right. Remember the toxic soap and keep it removed from the pure H2O. Thou shalt not kill unless the bitch deserved it. Not just female bitch, just, if the person deserved it.
Yeah.
The bitch. Thou shalt fuck any hoe that wants it.
Mm.
Thou shalt not lie about being raped and fucking up Dan Quinn's Notre Dame career.
That's a very specific commandment.
Kind of needs to be.
Yeah.
So if he goes to Notre Dame again, don't fucking lie. Okay?
Back to school.
Thou can covet. If you want something, homeboy, go and get it. That's the only way you'll be able to move head alive. Thou shalt know that even at one's best, Dan Quinn would fuck your ass up and turn you into his girlfriend. All right?
Yes.
And that's all I got.
Yeah, I think that's great. And I think with these basic tenets, we could form the foundation of a new world religion.
So take what I have.
I mean, hey, at least we're not fucking Scientology.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
Take what you have been told and sort of over time skew it and change it. Get rid of the parts you don't want.
Write it down in another language.
Yeah, write it in another language. Get illiterates to scribe those down, and then over time, this may actually become the new Scientology, basically.
Yeah,
I would think.
Yeah.
And
I think that's gonna do it. How long is it?
18.
18. That's
18
not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. We only almost doubled our time.
Yeah. It's not as long as our first.
And class, I cherish our time together. I cherish it.
Yeah. I do too, Derek.
Because when I talk to you, class, I can say things that I can't normally say.
Class, your eyes are like swimming pools.
Class. I fucking masturbated to you. Well, there. Like, subscribe, tell your friends.
Your viewership gets me hard.
Yeah,
Your
listenership. Also viewership.
Yeah,
I like to imagine you watching.
Subscribe, bitch.
This video
because we want more reasons to do this. Otherwise, we're just gonna keep spamming the internet with this shit.
Yeah, if you care anything about not listening to this ever again, just entertain.
Say something, alright? So we don't have to fucking quit. We don't waste our time. If you don't like this shit, let us know.
Yeah.
Chances are that they didn't listen to this part that we're saying right now.
Yeah, probably not. We went on way too long. This should have ended 25 minutes ago. Let's be honest. We should have just not started.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
We're done.
Enjoy it.
Subscribe. Tell your friends.
I already did that.
And we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.